Let's get started. (1916) Paul Moer. Jazz pianist. Active in the 1950s and 1960s. He toured in Australia with Benny Carter and worked with Stan Getz and Charles Mingus. In the late 1950s, he formed his own trio with Jimmy Bond and Frank Butler. His life took a darker turn after the 1960s, and his last recording was an album dedicated to the music of Elmo Hope, titled Plays the Music of Elmo Hope, released in 1991.
Paul Moer, the talented jazz pianist, was active during the 1950s and 1960s, leaving a notable mark on the jazz scene. Born in 1916, Moer's career was characterized by his exceptional skills as a pianist and his collaborations with renowned musicians of his time. In the late 1950s, Paul Moer formed his own trio, alongside Jimmy Bond on bass and Frank Butler on drums. The trio's performances showcased Moer's impressive piano playing and their chemistry as a tight-knit ensemble. During his career, Moer had the opportunity to work with some of the greatest names in jazz. He toured Australia with the legendary saxophonist Benny Carter and collaborated with influential artists such as Stan Getz and Charles Mingus. His collaborations with these jazz giants allowed him to further refine his craft and gain recognition as a respected musician in the jazz community. Despite his undeniable talent and early success, Moer's life took a darker turn in the years following the 1960s. Unfortunately, details about this period of his life are scarce, and his musical activities seem to have slowed down. In 1991, Paul Moer made a remarkable return to the studio with his final recording, Plays the Music of Elmo Hope. This album served as a tribute to fellow jazz pianist Elmo Hope, highlighting Moer's admiration for his fellow musician and showcasing his continued passion for jazz. While Paul Moer's later years may have been less prominent in the public eye, his contributions to jazz during his prime remained significant. He was a skilled and versatile pianist, leaving behind a legacy of recordings and collaborations that continue to be appreciated by jazz enthusiasts and musicians alike. Paul Moer's dedication to his craft and his collaborations with jazz icons have cemented his place in jazz history. His captivating performances and contributions to the genre will forever be remembered, and his music will continue to inspire future generations of jazz musicians.
In this series, we're paying homage to the musical legends who were born on this day. From rock and roll pioneers to jazz greats, we'll take a closer look at the lives, careers, and legacies of these talented artists. Whether you're a fan of their music or just curious to learn more, join us as we celebrate the birthdays of these iconic musicians. If you remember any of their hits or enjoy their music, let me know. Take a look at their music and let me know what you think. If you like my posts, please give them a like and subscribe. This was a program for Music and Life by Karlos M. Created by Roon KM Productions.